Hey, Church on the Hill. This is a little behind the scenes action with Tim and Rhonda English coming to you today. As I was preparing to think about what to share in this video, I was thinking about just a little bit of the extra time that you and I might have on our hands these days. And not only just because of all that's happening, but because I'm trying to squeeze in a few extra days off to recoup a little bit. But what I found is that, man, there's plenty of things that we have the opportunity to kind of do while we have a few extra hours perhaps in our day. And so I don't know about you, but I don't know how it works around your house, but it's amazing how sometimes just out of nowhere this magic list of things appears. Like this list of things to be done around the house. Now, it's amazing to me how this just suddenly appears on my counter. Maybe that happens to you as well. And so it's a great opportunity to say, hey, what is it around the house that maybe we could knock off? So yesterday, my wife and I, we got out in the yard to do a few things. I got out on the side of the house and got a chance to take a little window cleaning to a couple of these really difficult windows. We have these two windows on the side of our house that have been kind of collecting dirt for way too long because of the construction that's been going on in our neighborhood. And man, I had to get this giant ladder literally leaned up against the house, which was a little scary in order to get up and clean those windows to get them good. And I actually had to get them streak free. So I don't know, maybe you got some of this kind of window stuff in your house too, but I'll tell you what, Rhonda was really appreciative when we got that done. While I was working on the windows, Rhonda was out in the yard pulling weeds, cutting and trimming all kinds of stuff. And then I got the inspiration to go ahead and mow this giant yard we have. Okay, well, maybe it's not that big of a yard, but it takes me a good 10 to 15 minutes to do the front and the back. But we haven't only used the extra time to kind of, how do you say, do kind of hard work kind of things, but we've also used the time to do a little bit of fun in the sun kind of things too. Recently we got in a car, went down to the city park down there, downtown park, and went out to the pickleball courts and played a little ball. 5-6 games. Now granted, there were some other younger folks who seemed to move a little quicker than us. And I almost felt like, I was just telling Rhonda, I felt like I was moving in slow motion. But it's my slow motion, okay? And it's my exercise. And so we had a good time getting out and enjoying that too. Again, just the two of us on a court together, dealing with some of the social kind of space between us. But it was a great time to get out and do that. The other thing we kind of learning and growing to love is to get out on our bicycles. Ron and I got bicycles this last Christmas for each other, and opportunity for us to kind of to grow in this love for kind of bicycling. And so I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to get some things, get myself geared up. I'm ready to go on a quick ride, and I'll just be right back. So pause. Hey. One of the things we enjoyed doing just yesterday was to take a little bike ride, stop by a friend's house, knocked on the door and stood 12 feet back from the door in order to say hey and just check on them, but also on a bike ride home, just stop by the church office and see some of the folks that were hard at work. Granted, the hard work I did was in the yard and on the bike, but we got a great group of staff members who not only in this time are working hard to consider some of the different ways we can do life and ministry together. And not only they're smart, but they're creative, and a great group of people to work with. But as you think about, hey, how you might spend your day, I might encourage you to maybe get out and have a little fun. Maybe go on a little bike ride, like I'm trying to do, and get out and just enjoy the day. Yeah, here we go. Woo. Looking good. Look, Mom. No hands. No hands. Oh!